was only you. 'C's it's like this whole world here in this head I'm holding. So come and know how I take it, know we gonna walk right through. So I gotta learn the hard way. I don't want no baby over here with me.
Yep, and we won't say the year, but you know, you're still young enough that doesn't matter. Anyhow, she's, from the start, always been full of life, optimistic, smart. I could go on and on. Of course, I'm a father, but it's true. And we've enjoyed many things together. I mean, just to select a few, our canoe trip on the Shenandoah, just you and me. And, you know, American Idol. Who's gonna win? Man, we strategized on that for a couple of years. And all, of course, all of the sports, the basketball, the volleyball, all of those things were great, great memories for me. And I'm so fortunate to be able to participate in that with you. You know, you've been such a loving daughter. And, you know, as families grow up, roles change. And you've always made me feel like I really can. Always. So thank you so much for that. Okay, Keenan, it's your turn. So Emily started dating Keenan a number of years ago, and I heard about it. Before, you know, between when I heard about it and when I met Keenan was a little bit of time, not much. But there was some time, and enough for me to find out a few things. One, you know, a guy is very passionate about lacrosse, and you know, it's cool. Went to Potomac Falls, part of the Stout family at Suzanne, from countryside, our community. So this is all good stuff. So I'm leaning in. I'm liking it all. And then I looked at Emily during that period of time, and I could see a particular brightness and a particular, you know, lightness in her step. And I knew when I met Keenan, this was going to be a special person that I was meeting. So, you know, I was not surprised a number of years later when Keenan happened to come over a year ago in July with some cold beers, and I do appreciate that, to talk about, he wanted to discuss something with Lisa and I. We kind of knew what it might be, and we were delighted to have that conversation. So, I want to say one more thing, though, Keenan. You know, I am lucky enough to be in a club of fathers with daughters. And if everybody here is in that club, we all probably do the same thing. We're watching what our daughter's boyfriend is doing and not doing over a period of time. And it's unfair to the guy because Keenan's a smart guy. He knows he's being evaluated. He'd love to know what the questions are, but there's no questions. But you have to pass the test anyway. And so, you know, certainly on behalf of Lisa and I, we want you to know that you absolutely passed that test with flying colors. We are delighted to have you join the family, and we look forward to the Stout and Smalling families coming together over time and celebrating many family occasions. And so thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very, very happy. Just wanted to mention a couple of people very quickly. You know, when the engagement happened a year ago in July, it kicked off a series of activities. I mean, our house has been busy since then. Stout family the same. And a couple of people that involved in that. Certainly Emily, she had her vision for the kind of wedding she wanted, and here we are, Emily. I hope this is what it was. Yeah. Of course, my wife Lisa, who's been busy touring.
4 years ago. And in that time, we've had many great nights just playing board games in my family's living room and watching the kids get their asses beat week after week. Thank God you're into sports. Had it been anyone else, that might have been a deal breaker for Keenan. But so in your case, it's a nice bonus. You fit right in with our sarcastic sensibility, and it feels like you've always been a part of the family. It's clear to me what Keenan sees in you, and I'm honored to call you my sister-in-law. Brother, what's going on, man? This is pretty wild. I just want to say a few things about you, man, and then we can get to dancing. Sure. You've been such a generous and loving brother to me growing up. I remember when we were kids, we used to wrestle on the carpet. You'd always let me pin you at least once, but then proceeded to pin me down and tickle me until I almost blacked out. Let me find my spot here. When Mom would pick me up from preschool, you would always be waiting in the van with one of those 50-cent toys from Safeway just to cheer me up. And as we got a little bit older, you started going over to David's house up the street to play Goldeneye. I'd be sitting on our porch seething with jealousy, but eventually you'd come around and invite me over. I'll always remember the little things you did for me, and had it not been for your unconditional love and support growing up, I might not be as well adjusted as I appear today. I want to publicly apologize for all the times I rage quit on you in Madden NFL. I owe you a match or two. It warms my soul to know that you found the love of your life in Emily. I've never seen Keenan happier and more himself than when he's with you. The two of you are so great together, and I can't wait to see what lies ahead. Congratulations on your new house in Reston. I wish you the best.
Sister. And I wanted to begin my toast by just sharing a little memory. You all heard the story of how they met. The officiant told it at the ceremony just a little while ago. But I wanted to tell my, take on that. So this was back in 2012, and we were all adult children somehow still at my parents' house. So we were really involved in each other's lives. And I remember the day that Emily kind of came home, probably the next morning at breakfast, telling us this story about going out with her friends. And she was just glowing with excitement because Keenan Stout was there. This is like, it might as well have been like a celebrity for how she was talking about him. And she was so excited about it. And not only was he there, but they danced together, maybe made out, I don't know, all right. And she was giddy with excitement about this. So as she's telling me all of the details of the night, my mind is going through two thoughts. The first is, oh great, like she found some hotshot that's gonna break her heart. She's telling me he's this cool guy that she never thought she would get to meet. And the other part of me is thinking, I need to remember this in case they ever get married and I have to tell a story at their reception. So that may have been a little bit of a leap at the time. However, look where we are. So I like to think of it as a sign that they were meant to be. In all seriousness, Keenan and Emily, you really do seem meant to be for each other. Hold on, page flip, guys. Okay, here we go. All right. Sorry about the baby. She's fine. The two of you, you complement each other so well. I think one of the most beautiful things that I notice about the two of you, Audrey, please not right now, is how deeply you respect each other. Obviously, when I'm around you, I can see and feel the love that you have for each other. But I also have been so impressed by the respect that you have for each other's lives. When you started your relationship, you each had very rich individual lives, lots of your own interests and friends and hobbies, and you have managed to weave those together so wonderfully into a life as a couple, while still retaining your own identity, and that is just crucial for lasting the long term. So kudos to you on that. That's fantastic. Keenan, I am so happy that my sister found you to spend her life with. In the time that the two of you have been dating, I've come to know that you are a genuinely kind, caring, and good person. I know that you will make a wonderful husband for Emily and an amazing father to some cousins for my kids in the future. We're all excited about that. We are so lucky to have you as a part of our family, and I am honored to get to call you my brother-in-law. So, thank you. And Emily, I am kind of in disbelief that my little sister is grown up enough to get married, especially because I'm older than you, so what does that make me? The bond that we have shared as sisters our whole lives, minus a few rough years in the 90s, it really has been irreplaceable. There's nothing like a sister, and I am so blessed that you are my sister. You are the most beautiful person inside and out. Audrey, you're killing the moment here. And Emily, you deserve the best in life, and I can't wait to see what life has in store for you and for Keenan together. The two of you are just beautiful together, and I'm thrilled. Okay, I'm almost done. Last page. Okay. Okay, so I'd like to end my speech with a little bit of advice. 8 years ago, my husband Drew and I were sitting in your seats, and at the time I had all these plans for what our life was going to look like. And while I like to think that we hit all of the main points, I never could have imagined the path that we took to get where we are. So my point is that life is not going to go according to plan, and that is totally fine. It doesn't have to be the way you planned, or the way you grew up, or the way your friends or neighbors live, to be wonderful. There isn't just one path to happiness, it's just the way that you choose to live and embrace the imperfect life that you have as perfect. So choose to be happy every day, choose to love each other always, especially in the hard times, and don't fall into the trap of comparing yourself to anybody else. Your life and your happiness doesn't have to make sense to anybody but the two of you. And if it makes sense to the two of you, then it's enough. I know you have a beautiful life in store, and I'm lucky to be a part of it. I love you both so much. So congratulations and best wishes for a long and happy life together. And let's raise our glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Stout.